got some breaking news coming into the H&N Digital Center. I'm Jonathan Jared Sapi, joined by Mark Carpenter and our McKenna McDooley for this news.
Yeah, just tragic news that surfaced this morning. Legendary entertainer, musician, and the ambassador of Aloha, Danny Kaleikini, has died at 85 years old. Now, McKenna, when you hear the name Danny Kaleikini, what is the first thing that comes to mind? How do you even begin to describe his legacy?
I think warmth. I think aloha. I literally am just filled with just love. And this man, I grew up in this industry here, and he just exuded exactly that, the ambassador of aloha.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, and we've got his grandson on the phone right now, Nicholas Kaleikini. And Nicholas, we just want you to just go ahead and start by giving us a little bit of your memories. I've seen video of you guys playing together, and I know that was a familiar sight to so many. And go ahead and share one of your memories with your grandfather.
Yeah, I mean, growing up, he was my hero. I remember at the Kala Hilton, I would wait on the side of the stage, waiting for him to call me up, and he would introduce me, and I would introduce myself, Nicholas Danny Kaleikini, because he was my idol, and he's someone I looked up to not only in the musical world, but I always say you can make a stranger feel like they've known each other for years, and it's something so special, and I've always admired, and he always used to say things like, you treat people nice no matter who they are, and that embodies aloha, and I think that embodies his legacy and what he's done for Hawaii, and yeah, he's really put others before himself, even with his his talent and his fame. He always kept Hawaii close to his heart and his family close to his heart. It's a sad day.
Yeah, Nicholas, we can hear it in your voice, and we here at Hawaii News Now send ka'ohana Kaleikini, all of our aloha and mana. We are here talking about the legend that is your grandfather, but I want to talk about maybe the first memory that you have realizing that you were born into the ambassador of Aloha's family.
I mean, to be honest, that never fazed me. He was always grandpa to me. I mean, I call him Dada. I think that's, he was a father figure to me. And so, at the end of the day, he was just Dada. He was grandpa to me. And, I never thought that we would be able to perform together or release music together. But, at the end of the day, while he was ambassador of Aloha and everyone would see him as this star, he's just grandpa to me. And yeah, it's all very surreal, but at the same time, I'm so blessed to have been able to share such special memories with him, and he's always been there for us and our family, and it's I'm getting my words all mixed up. It's just been a very overwhelming past few weeks, but I'm most thankful that he's not suffering anymore, and he can be with his family up in heaven, be with Akua, and one day we'll see each other again.
Well, Nicholas, I wanted to ask you also about the musical side of everything. Did you learn directly from him as a young child, and what was that like? And what was the reaction you guys would get from those crowds when you guys got to perform together?
I mean, I actually, he never really pushed the music thing on me. I actually was classically trained, and just by chance, when I came home from college, I made a studio in his closet, and we just started recording some music. And I can't tell you the feeling when we did our Blue Note performance, and when he did Love's a Many Splendid thing. That's one of my fondest memories, when he comes out, just right from that first note, and just be able to share the stage and with family and friends. I mean, it's incredible to do that with your grandfather, because you're not even thinking really at that moment that you're performing. It's just like, wow, I'm being able to share our love for music. And then, he embraced it and was able to teach me, how to play the nose flute, and just his lessons being in the industry. Yeah. And so, yeah, I mean, there's no words. It's ineffable to even think about how to describe being on a stage, with a family member, more or less in front of people, playing some of our favorite music,
Nicholas, from your countless conversations with him over the years, what would he want to be most remembered for?
I mean, it goes back to, what he's always said, aloha ke kahi, ike kahi, the love that we share with one another. And I think that's so important in this day and age. Being able to treat everyone equally. Like I said, he would literally make someone who was a stranger, give him a hug, give him a kiss. We all know how to give you, whether you wanted to or not, right? He was going to give you a kiss on the cheek. And it's all love, and that's so important. And I think, if anything, it'd be, you would always say this to me, aloha ke kahi, ike kahi, the love that we share with one another. I think it's so important at this day and age, and I think that's something he would want, for Hawaii and, of course, globally.
Well, here, Nicholas, we at Hawaii News Now, we've gotten an incredible response from the public, from the people of Hawaii, from entertainers. And, maybe if there's something that you want to tell the people of Hawaii, because as much as he was your grandpa and your tutu man, I feel like all of us have this super special connection to his voice, to his mana. Anything you want to share with the people of Hawaii?
I mean, I think I did. Everyone has their personal experience, and that's, that's a testament to who he was, right? Everyone has that. Oh, I remember when Uncle Danny came and did this, and that's a testament just who he is. He's a human. He's an amazing man, grandfather, and as simple as it is to say, continue to spread aloha. I think at the end of the day, that's what he would want, and it starts from Hawaii. We understand what it is, what it means to share aloha with each other, and I think it's ever so important at this day and age, and that's what he would want.
And Nicholas, I know we're over the phone here, but we can definitely hear that aloha in your voice. One thing we're seeing here from our vantage point is just this collage of photos of all the different big names your grandfather worked with. Can you recall any stories of any celebrity encounters that maybe he shared with you that you might be willing to share with us? Because just looking at the pictures, there's so many.
Yeah, actually one he recently told me, which, I'm a jazz player, and so I think Sammy Davis Jr. was over at the Kala, and he invited him over to his house, which is in Kahala, and they were able to smoke cigars, have drinks, and it's so casual the way he says he's like met all these people, from Michael Jackson, and I'm blanking on one particular. He's like a mafia head guy in Vegas, and he was dating one of the McGuire sisters, and he would call my grandfather Pineapple, and he was so impressed with him, he actually gave him an extra 15 minutes on stage, which is, that's huge in Vegas. Yes, I'm blanking on the name, but yeah.
Yeah, we're seeing so many pictures go by right now. Tom Selleck, I'm recognizing right there, the original Magnum PI. You can only imagine the crowds they must have gathered in Waikiki when those two made an appearance together, right?
Yeah. And Jonathan, he represents Papakolea well. He went to Roosevelt High School. So, definitely having just his presence and being a part of this legendary Hawaii entertainers that we'll remember forever is just amazing.
All right, Nicholas, we're going to let you go and be back with your family and friends and loved ones. Do you have any last words for our viewers today?
I don't, it's a sad day for our family, but I'm just blessed that he's, like I said, with Akua and Ohana. And at the end of the day, like I said, aloha ke kahi, ke kahi, the love that we share with one another. That was his motto, and that's what he lived by. And I think, today, and seeing the reactions is, he did that, and that's how he'll live on.
Nicholas, thank you so much for joining us at this time. We have a lot more extensive coverage planned here throughout the day, and I really appreciate you taking the time to just have a few words to share with us and our viewers, and we can tell they're very heartfelt and amazing memories you share there with your grandfather. Thanks so much, Nicholas.
Thank you, Nicholas.
Aloha.
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 All right, guys, so back out here live in the H&N Digital Center. Wanted to check in with McKenna a little bit more, and you've been talking with some celebrities, local celebrities in the music industry that knew him well. Melvin, is one of them.
We
Yep.
just had Melvin lead on a talk story Kalikimaka, and she shared, we specifically talked for a very long time about the people in Danny Kaleikini's era. You know, this was the height of the times of the showrooms of Don Ho and Danny and the Kahala Hilton for 28 years. That is
Iconic, yes.
That is huge, you know,
Yeah.
and to be an entertainer and to be the ambassador of Aloha. And it's that time, you know, Auntie Melvin was sharing, like, we just have to capture these stories and all the memories of these legends as much as we can.
Oh, you're always taking a trip down memory lane anytime you're talking story with them. And just, I mean, you think back and you spend a few moments with Danny Kaleikini, you know, you're going back to a time where, I mean, it's just, it's magical in a sense,
right.
you know? And if you really are going to have somebody to represent the state and represent our people and to be that first face that they see out there at a big event, it's a global event, it would be Danny Kaleikini.
That's what I was going to say, Mark.
Like-
I can only imagine that outsider coming into somewhere like Vegas, coming into somewhere like Los Angeles, New York, and performing, and people had never seen anything like it before, really. And he truly was the face of Aloha in that sense. Yeah.
You know, personal story, I ran into him about a year and a half ago at Roy's in Waikiki, and he just saw me, he was like, "Eh, makena!" And Carnation Lay as well,
Right, yeah.
and he just was eating his fried fish, and I was like, "Aloha, uncle, how are you?" So I will cherish that memory forever of still just eating dinner and making time
And
to share.
this is someone that's like perfected the dynamic of being able to walk into a room, own it, but at the same time feel so warm and leave you with that sense that you've known him for years. And, you know, you really do genuinely feel love.
Yeah.
And looking back at all these images, I'll play out some more for you guys. I gotta say, this man had some amazing Aloha shirts and some amazing
That is-
lei.
His whole life,
Definitely,
yeah.
Like,
Always.
yes, yes.
He definitely inspired so many, even as I talk to a lot of the younger entertainers and musicians now, you know, his showmanship and just like, he's inspired people like Bruno Mars, who's also a Roosevelt graduate, that, you know, you get your showmanship, you get that. And I hate to say they don't make him like that anymore, but I have to say that about someone like Danny Kaleikini. They don't make him like him anymore. And he truly was Hawaii's treasure.
All right, guys, we have so much more coverage already posted to your H&N digital platforms. And what I want to do right now, one thing we've done is made a montage of some songs he's performed here at H&N. And we're going to leave you on this extended coverage for the next several minutes with some of those songs and some of those past interviews. You guys have a great Aloha Friday. And again, our thoughts and prayers with the family.
Pola ie, po kamahau, maluhia, malama lama, kamakuahine, aloha he. Me ke keiki he molele Moi me ka maluhia lani Moi me ka maluhia lani me ka malu I aloha ni. Moi me ka malu I aloha ni. Oh, mahalo kākou, aloha! Ai, au e noi tā. Malama na ohana ke ia, aloha ke kahi I ke kahi. Ho'onani ka makua mau. He keiki me ka uhane no. Ke akua mau, ho'o mai ka ipu. Ko ke la, ko ke la. Amene.
What a way to start this show!
I love you,
Oh my
brother.
gosh, I love you too.
Oh,
man.
boy.
Kaniela Kaleikini here with us. And welcome to the pagoda.
Aye.
How you like it, huh? Beautiful.
Oh, beautiful. Hey, look, get more fish than before, man.
You know, I
Kuka
know.
paila. I cannot believe it.
Well, this is good though. Hey,
Yeah.
listen, what's going on with Kaniela Kaleikini in retirement?
Yeah, but you know, I thought I retired, but I'm still busy. I still get involved with a lot of, you know, I want to be involved.
You
I
gotta be
can't. I cannot retire. I go bananas.
Well, for so many years you've been part of the lifeblood of our community, and still, you know, when people talk about energy and they talk, there's like two Kanielas ever, right? Kaniela Akaka and Kaniela Kaleikini.
Yeah, I learned so much from him though.
Yeah.
From the Akaka family. You
Well,
know.
we're all quite old church people.
Yeah, yeah, we learned
Right.
so much from them.
And that's why you went into the doxology
I
at the beginning.
at the beginning, yeah.
Well, you know, faith-based energy has always played a big part in your life, right?
Oh yeah, and I thank Akua for all the blessings, and because of him, all the benefits, all the good things. Mahalo, thank you, Akua. But it's like anything else, you know, you got to respect your kupuna, you got to respect all your elders, and respect the people that you work with, and most important, your ohana, your family. Kalikimaka, thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. That's the island greeting we send to you. Land where palm trees sway. Here we know Christmas, green and bright. The sun to shine by day, stars at night. Melikalikimaka, Hawaii's way to say Merry Christmas to you. Melikalikimaka. Oh yeah. Melikalikimaka is the thing to say on that bright Hawaiian Christmas day. And that's the island greeting we send to you. The land where palm trees sway. Here we know that Christmas, green and bright, the sun to shine by day, the stars at night. Melikalikimaka, Hawaii's way. Say Merry Christmas, a very Merry Christmas, to say Merry Christmas to you. Melikalikimaka.
You know, we like to always try and ask our guests to go back into their lives and who made the most impressions with them in their life for the tutu man, tutu lady. And so for yourself, you grew up in Papakule.
Yeah, and Hawaiian homestead, and we had 10 in the family, so and I thank my dad and my mother, because my father was a city and county. He worked for rubbish man, and my mother was a cocktail waitress, and we all survived. What a blessing.
So you spent, when mom went to work too, would you sometimes accompany her when she was, because she worked in well, she was a bartender, or no, she was a cocktail waitress?
Cocktail waitress, yeah. So,
I see.
And I used to sell newspapers downtown, by Hotel Street, and but I had I was, what was a blessing. I had the on-the-job training,
Sure.
and and I remember living in Papakolea. We used to go in a trail on the back, and then go up to the Hayamakiki, and we used to walk out of the people's house with TVs and all that.
Well, they cannot bust you now anymore, right?
And we got caught.
I mean, there's a statute of limitations that we're dealing with here. But
Right.
it's good that you confess this stuff.
No, but the guy, that was Pokipala, the policeman. He made my brother walking down the.
Oh.
We couldn't come back on the trail because it's raining, so we walked. The two great robbers walking on the road. So here comes Pokipala. Hey, where you guys going? We're going home. Oh yeah. What is that? Oh, our friend will give us. Your friend? Where your friends stay? Oh, up there. Come on. Put the TV in a trunk. Turn around, go back. Where you at? Oh, over there. Bring the dog out. Where your friend? I think they went work.
Oh, there you go.
He nailed us.
Yeah, you were. So you've had a colorful childhood, no doubt about
boy,
that.
I tell you,
But
what a
now,
blessing.
getting into the high school years, right? You went to Roosevelt.
Yeah, I really wanted to go to Kamehameha. I was at Kawananoko School. I was a student body president. I think, I get some status. I was there with Robert Kihuni, but Robert got it. He got accepted to Kamehameha. I think. They said, you got to go Farrington. I said, I don't want to go there. He said, you got to go McKinley. I go, wow.
Don't let Shot Thompson hear you say that. don't let Carol Kai hear you say they want to go to McKinley.
Then they said, the schoolboy Makiki. They said, you cannot go there. I said, why? You got to speak English.
Oh, English standard.
Yeah, so I went up there, took the test. And my grandfather, my father said, no be Macau, po evil. They're going to give you open the paper, they're going to give you all the big words. And no matter how long the words, just cut them up and make them short. I said, thank you, Grandpa. So I went to take the test. I opened the book. That's the longest word I saw I never saw that kind of word before. The word was aspiration. So I cut them up and make sure. If you have a headache, take 2.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Did you carry that throughout your career?
Yeah. We want you. You're Akamai.
Speaking of career, after high school, what happened? You went to
University.
Oh, continued on.
Yeah. Went University of Hawaii. I went into music. Then I was there for 3 years. I wanted to get my degree in music education, and I got Kahala Hilton, and I stayed there for 30 years.
Yeah, well, you got accepted into Kahala. It maybe not Kamehameha,
No.
but for 30 years you were holding court over there. At
Yeah,
Kahala.
well, I thank God. What a blessing that I had a steady job.
Well, before you went to the Kahala, right from UH, you went into showbiz.
No, I was working part time. I was at Waikiki Sands. I was working for Rudy Tong.
Oh yes.
Lena Ala Ignacio, but I had
What were you doing there?
singing. I was the bus boy, and then they go in the pocket. You go sing your song. I was thinking, I want to sing. Go back, clean table.
Oh, they got 2 for 1 now. 2 for 1. That's great, man. And then from there, how did you get into the track of getting to your own show?
No, then from the Waikiki Sands, and good thing those days. Remember, I had Sterling Mossman Barefoot Bar, so we go there and he would call up. Oh, come on, we got a talented Hawaiian. Come up here, sing a song, and that was the beginning. But I mean, guys like Sterling, I'll never forget, to call us up and go sing and sing with his band. I mean,
Yeah.
we felt, wow.
At the Queen Surf.
Yeah, the Queen Surf, the Barefoot Bar.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children they listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white, and may all your Christmases be white. Merry Christmas.
So let's talk a little bit more about your days at the Kahala. And there were three, I think, men who defined the 60s, 70s, and 80s of entertainment as solo
Aye,
performers.
yes,
You being one of them, Don Ho being one of them,
aye.
and Al Harrington, I think.
And Cooley,
And Queely prior to that, right? So what songs did you sing?
the one I really enjoyed was Omakalapua
Okay.
in C. Omakalapua uma hia hia okale io kamakaeha no kamakaeha Nalei, nalia wahine, ana wahine, ki hene pua. Elei, ihoi, eleni, ulani. That's an older.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Oh, and we got time for one more. One
Aye.
more song if you can sing us another one
okay.
to take us home.
Well, the song that when we all got together, I mean, everybody, Ohana family, why, my, I, ikan Nakanaka e love mai a ike I te mea ho o kaina ua kaulana mai mai hina a kupuna mai ana hele puloa e ana hele no ka au pau au ala hele puloa e ala hele no ka au pau au I e a haria a I ha a haria a I e a haria a I ha a haria a Aruri arure ria te I mama Tamuri tamure I tamuri murira I ha a haria a I a haria a I ha a haria a
Wow. Wow, we can't do any better than that, Danny. Mahalo no aloha. This guy is a legend.
Pola ie Po kamahau Maluhia Malama lama Kamakuahine Aloha he Me ke keiki He molele Moi me ka maluhia lani Moi me ka maluhia lani